I'm going to be starting a brand new Gacha series titled Gacha News and include a list of every major and minor event concerning the Gacha genre that happened over the course of, well, whatever interval is between when this video goes live, when the next video goes live, when the follow-up video goes live. This will typically be a week, a couple weeks apart. New Gacha releases, Gacha shutdowns, Gacha drama, all in one easily digestible, compact form. This will make it easy for you to remain completely up to date with everything going on concerning the entire Gacha genre. If this at all sounds like a series that you'd be interested in, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment concerning whatever most fascinates you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I stream there every weekend. Also, quick shout out to all of our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys allow for me to continue to push out regular videos like this every single day and continue to test new series ideas like this. Let's start this out with Brown Dust 2. Brown Dust 2 is a brand new gacha releasing on June 22nd. They just announced that they hit 2 million pre-registrations. They're giving out draw tickets, 4-star character exchange tickets, and a 5-star character exchange ticket. You can redeem these by playing the game when it launches on the 22nd. I urge you to not miss out on this opportunity. I did a dedicated video on Brown Dust 2. I urge you to go ahead and check that video out. It goes over my entire thoughts after roughly 5 days in the game. Next, we have Ether Gazer, which is giving out 300 shifted stars and 1 medium coolant for reaching 100,000 followers on Twitter. That's quite the accomplishment. Takt Symphony is a brand new gacha game that is releasing on June 28th. They confirmed on social media that they actually managed to surpass 2 million pre-registered players. They're offering quite a number of different items, including a free SSR character. This can be redeemed simply by downloading and playing the game on the 28th when it launches. Tower Fantasy got a release date for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version, and they have a standard edition, a deluxe edition, and an ultimate edition going for $100. A free-to-play gacha game with an ultimate and deluxe edition going for $50 and $100 respectively. This has infuriated a lot of Tower Fantasy players, and rightfully so. The PlayStation release will be on August 8th for those of you that are interested. All 4 of you. Harry Potter Magic Awaken launches on June 27th. This did release in Canada, I think, about a month or 2 ago, so we are going to be competing with Canadian players that had a several month head start. Genshin's Cloud is now available in Malaysia and Singapore. I'm not entirely sure what Genshin's Cloud is, but there are a number of different players that mentioned that they beta tested it and they thought it was actually not half bad. Idoli Pride is a gacha game that just launched recently and is holding a Hatsune Miku collaboration, allowing you to fully experience Hatsune Miku, her amazing songs and her unique dances in-game. Path to Nowhere is holding a brand new update, story update with new characters titled Conflagrant Polis. I admittedly have not jumped into Path to Nowhere in roughly a few months, but this is one of the higher quality gacha releases of 2022. Eversoul is holding their half-year anniversary, and to accompany that, they released a brand new trailer. I would like to note here that Eversoul is really not doing very well financially, and if their half-year anniversary doesn't improve their financial situation, they're probably going to shut down before the end of the year. For those of you that are interested in playing the upcoming Ensemble Stars music gacha game, you'll be happy to know that the PC version has their pre-registration currently open and available. You can go ahead and pre-register via their official website. I'm not sure how it'll work and function on PC. I never played it on mobile myself. Blue Archive is holding their 2.5 year anniversary. They've opened the anniversary website up right now. Yes, it has genuinely been almost 3 years since Blue Archive launched. Does that not make you feel incredibly old? I know the devs behind Astris have been pretty radio silent for, I think, roughly about a year now. Nevertheless, it was confirmed that Astris, Zenless Zone Zero, and Miss Sequence were all going to be attending Bilibili World 2023 with news on each respective game slated for July 21st through 23rd. So if you're excited for any of the aforementioned games, keep an eye out. Another brand new upcoming gacha game titled King Arthur Legends Rise is holding an open beta test on June 29th. This is a gacha game I know absolutely nothing about. I don't even know what the game looks like. Apparently it is built utilizing Unreal Engine 5 and will be a King Arthurian legend medieval fantasy gacha game. It sounds kind of cool to me, especially if the characters kind of look like Saber from Fate Stay Night. And Innocence, which is an Asabimo gacha game that I actually did a dedicated video on just a few months ago, is shutting down on August 25th, having been online for a grand total of 4 months. Yes, this game is dead in 4 months. That is absolutely crazy. The upcoming Devil May Cry Peak of Combat gacha game is holding an open beta test on July 6th. I did not know that this was going on. I really know absolutely nothing about the Devil May Cry gacha game other than the fact that it looks like it has Dante, Virgil, and Nero based off of the tweet that I saw earlier. Joren, which is a website, a gacha website, video game website, not entirely certain, announced that they are shutting down the English versions of both Kamihime Project and Reblessed Zwei. I think someone in the dedicated video I did for this mentioned that those are actually a little more cultured games. Mega Man X Dive Offline just had an announcement trailer released. I don't think I've played a Mega Man game in decades, but I'm glad to see that it's still around and they're expanding into the gacha genre. Diablo Immortal revealed that, surprising absolutely everyone, it managed to somehow earn $500 million on mobile alone. This is completely disregarding PC over the course of its first year. Despite the hate that this game got, despite the massive, overwhelming scam people have claimed that it has still managed to earn roughly $8 to $15 million every single month, crossing that $500 million milestone. Space Leaper Cocoon, another gacha game, announced that they're going to be shutting down on June 28th after spending the last several months in maintenance mode. I did a video on this recently, and there were actually quite a number of players that were surprised that this was happening because they, for whatever reason, enjoyed Space Leaper Cocoon. The devs did state that they are going to compensate players if they decide to move on over to their upcoming gacha game titled Space Leaper Reboot. Not entirely sure if that's a reboot, a remake, the same game under just a new name to milk additional players. Nikkei is holding their very first summer event. They are, I mean, it's Nikkei. What more do you really need to say other than people have been waiting? And I actually have a dedicated video on it titled, Did Nikkei Go Too Far? And just spoiler alert, no they didn't. They, in my opinion, did not go far enough. Aster Tatarkus, which is a brand new upcoming gacha game that I've covered, I think 2 or 3 times on this channel, announced that they are going to be coming west. They are receiving a global release at some point later this year. This was not a confirmation that I expected. I genuinely did not anticipate this game coming in 2023, but here we are. I'm impressed and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. Project Hitomi, which is a brand new upcoming Chinese gacha game that looks absolutely stunning, by the way. Like, this game kind of looks like Path to Nowhere, but with much hotter characters, has an official name, finally, that translates roughly to Returning Dragon Tides. I'm not sure when it's going to release. This is a side-scrolling action RPG where players take the role of a director. I'm looking forward to this. I love gacha games nowadays. I love the animation styles. I love the combat. I love, well, like, I hate the gacha elements, but they're a lot of fun. And finally, Closers RT New Order released, I think, roughly 2 weeks ago, and within 48 hours of releasing, announced that they were also shutting down. Yeah, the CEO of Naughty Games, the studio behind Closers RT, confirmed that he was sorry and he had no idea the state the game was in or what was going on, and he's promised that he's going to remedy the issues. Again, like, still the game is shutting down, but hopefully in the future when they release whatever remade or spun off Closers games, that they will be of a higher quality. Whether that is in fact true or not remains to be seen. And that is all of the gacha related news, the gacha related drama, the gacha related information that mattered to me over the course of the last 2-3 weeks, I think. If this series, again, is a series that you're interested in remaining up to date with, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment talking about which bit of information most interested you, because I'm genuinely curious. Now, if none of this seems like something you'd be interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you.